Hey everybody, Blake T. Wild here, and welcome back to the Ultimate Era and the death of Ultimate Spider-Man. When I first started covering Ultimate Spider-Man way back in the summer of 2017, I had no idea this was ever going to be the route that I was going to take with it or my YouTube channel. I never expected to spend so much of my time and focus discussing and analyzing the Ultimate Marvel Universe, let alone taking 8 years, although most of it was done in 1 year, to get through all 160 issues of Ultimate Peter Parker's story. Nor did I expect to feel the emotions and become so entranced in the Ultimate world like I have. If you go back and watch the Ultimate Marvel comic videos in release order, you can see progressively my interest and love of the universe growing more and more by the episode. Of course, I was engrossed before, specifically with Ultimate Spider-Man, but making this series of videos and just the Ultimate videos in general has really opened my mind up to how fun the original Ultimate Universe was, but also how truly fantastic Ultimate Spider-Man was as a series, and still is, and what an incredible job that everyone who ever worked on these 160 issues did. And this is full circle for the character. We have watched Peter Parker go from an awkward, overwhelmed teenager just entering high school to a prospective young man and superhero. And this is a death that truly felt like it mattered. Which was, of course, eventually undone, but I vehemently refuse to acknowledge that aspect, and am concretely saying that this is the finale of Ultimate Peter Parker. Never seeing him again. He's dead. Because in a book that began with a young boy feeling burdened by responsibility, it now ends as a young man embracing it, choosing to be who he is. He doesn't die in vain. He died knowing that he's finally done enough. And this is a tragedy that has felt inevitable, because we know it's gonna happen, yet it still retains the power that it had the day of release 14 years ago. Peter's final moments encapsulate his entire character, a courageous, selfless, caring person. It redefines what heroism is, as a moral resolve to emotional courage. Peter chooses to stand back up, no matter how beaten down he is, and that's what he's done his whole life. The Ultimate Spider-Man series is, at its core, about growing up. By making it cover those 4 years of high school, I believe it perfectly encapsulates his death as a symbolic representation of the end of youth that we are all aware of and all have experienced, or will experience. Growing up isn't just a birthday or graduation, it's an understanding that you are now having responsibilities. Peter learns the lesson of responsibility very early on from Uncle Ben, and he uses it as his reasoning to help others. But Captain America does make a point, as you'll soon see, that Peter still doesn't truly understand or know what that means. He is still a teenager in high school. But growing up, we all lose something, be it a sense of safety, of simplicity, of believing things will always be okay. Peter loses that, but he replaces it with a sense of meaning, a newfound meaning that is being Spider-Man, of being altruistic, of helping others, of trying to better the world, not just for himself or the people close to him, but for everyone. And his life meant something to those in his world. May, Gwen, MJ, Kitty Pryde, Kenny, Kong, McFarlane. But it means something even more to those of us in this world. This is a seminal Spider-Man series, and it is one that I have always recommended and will continue to always recommend to people who want to get into reading Spider-Man comics. And I highly recommend that you read it for yourself instead of just watching a YouTube video about it, but only do that after this video is done. Because as much as I try to give you a unique experience with these videos and a unique discussion, nothing is a replacement for the actual stories that are being told. So after this video, go ahead and check it out. I highly recommend it. Released in 2011, written by Brian Michael Bendis with art by Chris Samney and Mark Bagley. This is The Death of Spider-Man. And this book takes place about a month after the previous stories that we covered, the final months of Spider-Man, the last video. Go check that out if you haven't already to catch up. Meaning that we are officially in Peter Parker's final month of high school. May, I guess, about May. And he is ready to look towards the future of college. Unfortunately, Peter is now stuck in the present at his dead-end job at Burger Frog. But not for long, because he's fired by his manager for constantly calling out or showing up late. Peter marches off since he can't really tell his manager that he's Spider-Man. He wonders what he's going to do now that he's about to, enter college and he seriously needs some dosh. Then his phone rings from an unknown number. Peter picks it up and is greeted by J. Jonah Jameson, who informs him that they need to talk. So later in the afternoon, Spider-Man swings across the city, panicking over what's gonna happen, and he arrives at the new headquarters of the Daily Bugle news site, the Flatiron Building. He de-spiders and heads up to the waiting room and watches the frantic bullpen, reminiscing over the good times and all of those hours that he once spent in the old Bugle building. And he overhears Robbie and Ben argue with Jonah, the constant movement and typing and stories that are being told. Ben then walks past and tells Peter that he looks good with the haircut. Peter tries to talk to Ben like old times, but Ben just keeps walking. Peter sits back and thinks about how totally moved on everyone is now, and wonders if this is going to happen to his friends at Midtown after they all graduate. Then he sees Jonah in his office, and he motions for Peter to come over.
So you're probably wondering why I called you here.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think I called you here, if you had to guess?
I would rather that you just tell me.
I'm just curious about your guess.
I think I might be able to whittle it down. Why do you need me to guess?
I was just curious about what kind of person that you think I am.
I guess. You're a very complicated person.
Good answer. I called you here because you and I have, for lack of a better word, shared a life experience together. I should be dead. The doctor said 3 centimeters to the left and I would be.
Wow.
Exactly. And that brings me to you. There's something between us, you and I. You baffle me. I've been in the center of the city my entire life. I've met drug dealers and kings and everything in between. But I have never met anyone like you. You're Spider-Man. And I think that you realize that if I was gonna out you, I would have done it by now. But I'm not.
Thank you.
And I thought about it. Oh, I thought about it. It would sell me more papers, bring more business to this website than any other story on the planet. But it seems I would cut off my own hand before I would ever do that to you, Peter.
Thank you again.
But I feel that that is not enough. I have to do something for you. I have to make it up to you. So today, I am your genie in a bottle. What can I do for you?
Mr. Jameson, no, you don't. You don't have to do anything for me.
You're not listening to me. I do.
Can I have my job back?
Your job working on my website for a few bucks an hour?
I mean, I'm trying to save for college, and it's kinda hard keeping a job.
Why are you going to college?
Because I want to?
I mean, why are you going to college? With everything you can do, what do you need college for?
Well, it might surprise you, but all the things I can do, it doesn't exactly pay the bills. Ever. And even if it could, that's not the point.
Fine, college it is. I'll pay for your college.
What? No. I wasn't even hitting at that. That's not what I meant.
I am a very rich man, Peter, and I wouldn't even notice that it was happening.
I would. I want to pay my way through it on my own.
You want to pay your own way, huh? But you don't want to use the powers to do it?
Yeah?
Fine. If you want your job back, you can have it. I'll get you a bump in pay, and I will be putting money into a scholarship for you, whether you like it or not.
I just need a job.
I told you. I need to be a part of this. It's not enough.
Well, then I guess I need a job that, for some reason, I can't make it in because I don't want to get fired. How about that?
That I can do.
Thank you. I won't take advantage of it, but it's been a thing
Stop. It's done. You don't have to sell it. In fact, I'll make you a deal. I'll let you go do whatever you do. You give me the story.
I give you the story?
You save the world, you tell me about it. Spider-Man exclusive. I will quote you warmly and accurately. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. This I like. I think we understand each other, Peter. It took a long while, but I think that we really understand each other. Welcome back to the Daily Bugle, son. Now get the hell out of my office! I'm trying to run a paper.
Boom!
Let's go like we practiced.
On it.
Woohoo! Booyah!
Huh?
What is that? I got it.
Idiots.
Hey, is this the line for I want to be a loser who gets punched in the face? Well, it is now. Ba-doom-tsh. Kitty? Kitty. Please, come on. Come on. We're friends. Kitty, please. Please. Kitty?
I freaked out.
No kidding.
Don't make fun. This is hard.
I'm not.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I'm a mutant in a mutant-hating world.
Not the entire world.
Well, enough of the world.
Sure.
What am I supposed to do? I'm on the run.
Hey, I like the new look.
Yeah, I know. I'm such a goth cliche.
No, I like it. Well, we kicked those guys' tukuses.
Yeah.
And you're getting stronger.
Well, that's the good thing about being mad at the world. There's always some fool looking for a beating. There's always someone to take it out on.
I'm so glad you haven't gone bad.
Bad.
Evil?
Evil.
You know what I mean.
I'm mad. I'm not crazy. And I have a right to be mad.
Yeah, but not at me. Not at your friends.
I know.
Where's Kong? Where's your boyfriend?
I thought you knew.
No.
The dude ran back to his mom and then they freaked out and moved to Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Yeah, it seems it's a real place after all.
You broke up?
Well, yeah. He went to Wisconsin.
I thought you guys were gonna be like the Bonnie and Clyde of... I don't know.
He bailed completely.
Oh, I liked him.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I'm really glad you're okay.
I'm not okay. I'm just here.
Come on. Come inside with me. Just for dinner. Bobby and Johnny and everyone are gonna be so happy to see you. Just relieved.
Ugh, this is going to be so painful.
No, it's really not.
So, what's going on with you?
Oh, long story.
Now, how long?
You got about 10 years. Surprise! Surprise!
The walls were white.
Happy birthday, Tiger.
What is with you and this tiger thing?
I like saying tiger.
That's right! It's Peter's 18th birthday! Everyone is here. May, Ben Grimm, and Sue Storm, Johnny, Bobby, Gwen, and Mary Jane. Everyone celebrates not only Peter's arrival, but Kitty's as well. Peter breaks off after greeting everyone and finds his way over to Mary. She gives him a present. It was dropped off earlier from Tony Stark. And she reveals that May had the gall to call billionaire industrialist and superhero Tony Stark to invite him to Peter's 18th birthday. But since he couldn't make it, he sent this. Brand new, state-of-the-art, redesigned web shooters. And Peter freaks out over how cool this is, and MJ smiles over his infatuation. And Peter looks up and tells her how much he loves her. And they kiss. The next day, Peter takes MJ out to eat at a diner after school on a nice Friday afternoon, and he catches her up on everything that happened to him and Jonah at the Bugle. She is in awe that Jonah had such a turn of heart, and then his phone goes off. He doesn't recognize the weird number with a lot of zeros, and they figure it's a scam call, so Peter doesn't answer. Then it goes off again, and Peter sighs and picks it up, and Steve Rogers tells him to look out the window. Then he tells Peter to get suited up and meet him at 1st Cavalry Forest Hills Cemetery in 15 minutes for his superhero training. Peter tells MJ that he has to go, and they kiss, express their love for each other, and he takes off. Elsewhere, at a S.H.I.E.L.D. substation that was for the Triskelion and secure holding facilities on Hoffman Island, Norman Osborn sits in confinement. He's back, because as we've established, he is basically a horror movie villain. He's met by Dr. Leonard Sampson, a psychiatrist of sorts, and Norman tells him to tell the blonde in charge that if she wants his soul, it's gonna cost her. He wants privileges. And back at the temporary S.H.I.E.L.D. HQ at Stark International, Carol watches from her command center and tells Sampson to just give it up and orders that they lock down the facility and let Osborn rot away. Then she speaks over the intercom and tells Norman to go to hell, and he smiles as his eyes begin burning, and then flames erupt around him as the facility is destroyed, and he transforms into the Goblin. Danvers demands to know how the fuck he did that, since all of their testing showed that he no longer has any Oz formula in his system. She orders a full code red lockdown as the Goblin lumbers over Samson and the shield guards and scorches them into nothing, then demolishes his way through the holding facility and into the burning ruins, where he finds his Sinister Six: Electro, Kraven, Sandman, Dr. Octopus, and the Vulture. Norman blasts out of the building, followed by the others, and Electro reveals that he can fly them off of the island. And then Electro supercharges and short-circuits the entire substation, taking down the power grid of the area as well, and shortly after, they take off into the sky.
Life and death. I don't think you've considered it in a real way. And if you have, I see no evidence of it. You need to know that soldiers, like you, have faced life and death for this country since before there was a country. And I know you may not see yourself as a soldier, but you are, son. But, and this drives me insane, you don't fight smart. You don't fight like your life depends on it. And you don't fight like the lives of others depend on it. You act like a teenager who doesn't think his day will ever come. And that, I'm sorry, makes you a fool. And this next part, you're not going to be too happy to hear.
You're gonna say something more insulting. Cap goes on to explain that when director Danvers came to he, Tony, and Thor about what she should do about Spider-Man, Cap was the only one who did not give the thumbs up. But that won't stop him from trying to teach Peter how to be smart and courageous and not an immature fool, manically twisting and jumping around the city, getting people into trouble. Cap is going to show him how to actually save people. And more importantly, himself. Unfortunately, before he can do any of those things, he's radioed in about a priority situation involving an attack on the Stark International headquarters involving Fury and his merry band of Black Ops Avengers. Check out my video on the Ultimates versus the Avengers, out now. Also, there's the whole prison break thing that's now going on, too. Cap tells Peter that he has an emergency to take care of, and that Peter is not ready for something like this. Then he mounts his motorcycle, tells Peter Parker to go home, and speeds off. And Peter waits, and then begins to follow Steve into the city. In the deep center of Manhattan, S.H.I.E.L.D. agents arrive at the downed chopper in Bryant Park and secure the area as Ben Urich films the scene and contacts Jonah because he is an eyewitness on Norman Osborn escaping from prison and crashing a helicopter into New York City. And now they have video proof that Osborn is still alive. Not long after, as the sun continues to fall, the Sinister Six escape cleanly to a penthouse. Norman explains that everyone needs to power down or else they're going to be tracked by S.H.I.E.L.D., and Electro immediately goes to the TV and checks on the news, and the group discover that there's some big superhero fight going down on the Queensboro Bridge. Norman smiles and notes that this is the perfect chain of events, because this will definitely take S.H.I.E.L.D's main attention away from them, and he thanks God for helping them. Because Norman has found religion in the past year or something. Actually, he probably sees himself as Abraham, if anything. You know, since he had the balls to actually kill his son. And he tells the Sinister Six that this is all God's will, to allow them to smite their enemies and kill Peter Parker. And Otto watches on in worry. Then he steps forward and says that while he appreciates the help escaping, he's done. He's not living like this anymore. He's not a supervillain anymore. He can't bring himself to keep doing what Norman wants to accomplish. He wants to think about the long term, and he absolutely refuses to help him kill Peter Parker. He tries to convince Norman that Peter, Spider-Man, is their greatest achievement. And that Otto has now accepted that, and takes pride in it, and who Peter Parker has become. Then Norman shifts into the Goblin and launches Otto out of the penthouse window. Otto uses his ferrokinesis to catch himself and forms massive tentacles and cries out as Norman dives after him, and the two fight through the streets. Meanwhile, the sun has all but disappeared, and Peter tries to find Cap after losing him near the Stark International building. His phone rings, and he gets it out of his backpack and answers Mary Jane's call. She asks if he saw the news, and informs him that Norman Osborn has escaped along with all of the villains. She breaks down in absolute panic that they're going to come after him and May and Gwen and her and everyone that Peter knows. Peter stares back at the fight that's still breaking out between the Ultimates and the Avengers, and then breaks away back into Queens. He moves through Forest Hills faster than he ever has in his life and finds May and Gwen watching TV and ordering pizza. Peter rushes inside and tells them that they need to go because Norman Osborn is still alive and he escaped from prison, and they are no doubt trying to make their way here. Gwen complains that she knew something like this would happen, and she told him it would eventually as she and May get dressed and prepare their go bags. Peter asks where Bobby and Johnny are, and May reveals that they had gone out with 2 girls earlier. And Gwen tells him that they're superheroes who can actually handle themselves. May tries to convince Peter to come with them, but he refuses. He needs to make sure that this is taken care of. He needs to be a hero, to be courageous and try to be smart about all of this, and think about how to keep others' lives safe. And May begins to tear up as she hugs her nephew, followed by Gwen. And she tells Peter not to be stupid and to kick the Goblin's ass and just get this over with. And they head out to the car, and Peter swings back across Queens for New York.
We created Spider-Man. We, and you think I modify mine.
Norman, stop this. Stop. Norman.
All that I've done for you, and you want to bail on me. Now, all I've done for you.
I won't let you hurt him.
Peter arrives back at the Queensboro Bridge as he speaks to MJ over the phone. She tells him that she just watched the live news broadcast of Norman Osborn murdering Otto Octavius on television. Then she notes that the Ultimates are still fighting some group at the Queensboro Bridge, and things are getting bad there. And Peter swings overhead as smoke billows up from the firefight below him. He rushes into the city and finds the wreckage of the fight and the burnt corpse of Dr. Otto Octavius. Spider-Man looks around as the bystanders freak out and ask what is happening. He asks if they saw where the Goblin came from, and they all point up to the penthouse and cheer him on as he swings off into the night. Peter arrives to find the still smoking ruins of the penthouse and no sign of the escapees. But he does come across the still active television, reporting the destructive battle between the Ultimates, S.H.I.E.L.D., and an unknown group that is rocking eastern Manhattan and the Queensboro Bridge. Peter lunges out of the building and heads back for Queens once again. He arrives just in time to spot the Punisher, setting up with a rifle atop the bridge. And he sees Frank take aim for Captain America. And he pulls the trigger right as Spider-Man dives down and tackles Cap out of the way and takes the bullet clean through his abdomen. Meanwhile, the Vulture leads the remaining members of the Six to the workshop of Dr. Samuel Stearns, aka the Tinkerer. I guess after Fury was dispatched from the world and arrested by the Squadron, he escaped out of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s thumb or something and took over some more freelance work because he's currently working on the Beetle's suit. Tinkerer tells him that he can't help him if they don't pay him, especially after the Vulture led S.H.I.E.L.D. right to him last time. Then the Goblin emerges and demands that his men are given what they want. And Stearns relents and tells them to take what they need. Meanwhile, Spidey comes to in the wreckage of the Queensboro Bridge after War Machine unleashed a barrage down upon them. He bleeds from his abdomen and down his legs and pushes himself up through a soaking suit, looking around in a daze. He carefully uses the new Stark Tech web shooters to shield and cover his wounds, and then he sees the villains soaring overhead, heading for Forest Hills. He watches them continue through the night sky, takes a deep breath, and painfully propels himself after them. Not long after, Johnny Storm and Bobby Drake walk through Forest Hills from their night out. Bobby laments, sticking with the cover story of Peter's cousins because he misses being a superhero, and also they didn't have a good time with the two girls that they took out on a date. Johnny tells him that they need that kind of stability after everything that's happened, and reminds him that he only has a year left of high school. Bobby tells Johnny it's easy for him to say since he's graduating in a few weeks. And they continue this little back and forth, and Johnny tells him that this little tantrum that Bobby's throwing isn't about the school or normal life. It's about Bobby striking out on their double date. Bobby tells him that's not true, but if the girl knew that he was a world-famous superhero named Iceman, things definitely would have gone differently. And it's such a shame that we never really got a miniseries or something following these two in this era of their lives. I would have loved to have seen what they're doing off screen. And they head into a dark house to find no one. They look around and then discover a note in the kitchen. And all it reads in May's hurried writing is, "Get to a safe place, call as soon as you can, why isn't your phone on?" They wonder what is going on. And then they head back outside.
Hey, can I help you? Is that him?
It's not his scent, but it's here. It's his house.
No, that's not him. What is this? What's going on here, guys? Peter Parker. Get him out here. Now. Or here's a better idea. You get the hell out of here, or else you'll be painting your eyebrows back on. A freaking Human Torch!
I got this.
Johnny? Johnny! Jeez! What the hell is this? A halfway house for super kids?
I don't get it. Is this the right place or not?
Only one way to find out.
Authorities are gonna be here soon. Wait. Son of a...
Okay, who's next? As Norman Osborn, Johnny Storm, and Bobby Drake lie unconscious, an unmasked Peter Parker, Spider-Man, stands before the five villains. He tells them that S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Ultimates are right behind him, and if they know what's good for him, they'll all surrender right now. Electro calls it bullshit and notices Peter's wounds, and then they all attack. Peter kicks open a fire hydrant and funnels it against the villains, causing Electro to erupt, and everyone gets electrocuted. Peter then webs Electro, pulls him over, and clocks him in the jaw, and he lands in the road unconscious as Peter falls over in pain, coughing wildly. Okay. That's all I got. Could someone call 911? I'm not doing so good here. I kinda got shot. Oh, come on.
Hey, Hitch!
Everyone run! Go!
Are you okay, May?
No, Gwen, I am not. Damn it! I'm running away and letting my little boy fight a fight he never should have been involved in.
He'll be okay. He's always okay.
Oh, Ben, what do I do? Hello?
Hello, May. It's Doris. You're not home, are you?
No, what happened?
I don't know. It's Peter. I think he's Spider-Man. Hey, I don't know how to say this. They're killing him.
Okay. This is all I got. Where the hell are the police, the Ultimates, anybody, the Teen Titans, anyone?
What did you do?
Oh, there's only so much shit that I'm taking from a teenager who doesn't know he died 10 minutes ago. If Osborn's down for the count, he's mine. I want to see his fucking face when it happens. I want to see it.
Electro. I always meant to tell you. You were my greatest adversary, and it was an honor to battle you. Oh wait, that wasn't you. I barely gave you a second's thought!
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, you mother...
Aunt May?
Oh my god, that was fucking awesome.
Peter, what happened?
Bobby and Johnny are okay. I think.
Aunt May, it's okay. It's okay.
Is anyone a doctor? Someone help!
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Aunt
Peter,
May. I'm so
no,
sorry.
what are you apologizing for?
I know that this isn't the life that you wanted.
No, you crazy boy.
Please, pick up Peter. Come on.
Hold on! Gwen, get Aunt May as far from here as possible. I don't care if you have to hit her on the head with a hammer and carry her. Go! Go! Go!
Oh my god, Peter. Peter, you're bleeding. Peter, you're bleeding.
Just go! Hey, Norman, do me a favor and just stay there. I'll be right back. Hold that thought. Johnny, wake up, please. I need the Human Torch. Please wake up. Come on. Oh, what happened? What, Peter? What are you doing here? Johnny, I'm in a bad situation, man. I really need your... Move! Flame on!
Parker!
What happens when you kill me? The wife and son that you murdered won't come back, Norman. You won't be captain of industry again. And your hair isn't gonna magically come back into fashion.
But you'll be dead.
Yeah, well, there's that.
Did I get him?
You're insane. Did you steal this truck?
It was just there.
I love you. Now get out of here.
This is the day of reckoning. I am delivering God's message.
Shut up!
I will destroy you.
Shut up!
Yes! Peter!
Peter! Peter, come on. Wake up. Peter, please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, hey, buddy.
John,
hey,
stop slapping me.
Hey, man.
Did I do it?
I think you got him.
Okay, that's good. Because that's about all that I had.
Peter?
Hey, Mary, are you okay?
Peter! Oh my god, you have to get to a hospital.
Stay back, I can fly him.
Are you crazy?
But
you
he was
can't
just...
move him. Oh my god, somebody do something. Peter!
Peter, oh my God, what did you do?
It's okay. It's okay. I did it. I did it.
Please hold on. There are ambulances coming.
It's okay, Aunt May. I did it. I did it.
What?
I couldn't save him. Uncle Ben, no matter what I did, I couldn't save him. But I saved you. I saved you. I saved you. I did it. And I saved you. And
Peter, wake up, son. There he is. You did good, kid. I'm so proud of you.
The walls